Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Leo. We're going to start today in a reclined posture. If it's comfortable for you, bring the soles of your feet together and have your knees pointing out to the sides. And if you like, you can have props under your knees like this to make the posture more passive. If that position isn't comfortable in any way, you could plant the soles of your feet and let your knees lean towards each other, or you could just extend your legs down along the mat. I'm looking to make sure I didn't kick my dog when I did that. He's basking in the sun at the foot of my mat. Do what you like with your hands. Sometimes it's nice to rest them on your body as a grounding weight, or to feel your breath, feel your heartbeat, or just let them rest on the ground. Here it's hot, so having my hands on my body just makes it a little hotter. Hands on the floor, a little cooler. If you like, close your eyes. Start by simply noticing your breath. And just this noticing invites the breath to slow down and get deeper. Feeling the movements of your breathing, your contact with the ground. Whatever's under you is your ground, whether it be props or the mat or just whatever flooring you're on. Just noticing these sensations. Taking in your surroundings, just notice whatever is reaching your senses. Turn inward again and scan your body head to toe. See how much sensation you can take in. Notice whatever is there, but try to check in with each area of the body bit by bit. Just acknowledging what's going on, not trying to change it, just like an inventory, a checklist. And maybe highlighting on that list any unpleasant sensation to keep it in mind during practice, remembering that you can modify or skip any part of practice to take care of yourself, or for any other reason, frankly. We can use the breath throughout practice when you feel resistance or tension in a part of the body. Instead of trying to move the body to force through that sensation, think of sending the breath there into the tight spots, into the sore spots, helping to gently ease them open from the inside out, sending them some TLC, some intention, taking care of yourself throughout practice. Now let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths before we start to move. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sighing sound. If you have your legs positioned as I do, bring your hands to your knees, lift those knees towards each other. Let's all come here with the soles of the feet planted and the knees pointing up. So if you have your legs extended, just draw your knees in. Plant your feet, heels in close to your butt. Extend your arms out to the sides, palms up. Feel your shoulder blades press to the floor. We're going to do an energizing twist to start off the movement practice. And want to try to keep your shoulders grounded as you twist. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Let your legs fall to the left and turn your head to the right. Just let the weight of your legs hang. Allow your breath to bring you out. Slowly bring your head and your legs back to center. Cross your legs the opposite way. And when you're ready, begin to twist the opposite way. And slowly back up to center. Uncross your legs. Hug your knees to your chest. And a few times, just hug them tight, draw them in close, and then relax your arms. So whatever degree of arm movement feels good there, and pause where you like. If it feels good to pause with your knees in close, or to pause with your knees further out, or maybe pausing at both ends of this little movement. Exhale when you draw the knees in, that helps. Inhale when you bring them out. Whether you intentionally exhale when you draw your knees in or not, you're making your diaphragm move, so your body will want to exhale. Smushing the legs to the belly, pushing the belly up. Helps those lungs empty. And after your next exhale, reach your hands and feet up towards the sky. And don't worry about your limbs being straight. Just think of long limbs. Exhale, draw your knees towards your chest, draw your elbows to the floor, keeping your hands pointing up. And then inhale, reach hands and feet back up. So exhale, draw down towards the ground. Inhale, extend up. And next time you inhale and extend up, keep your limbs like that, keep breathing. Now, options here, you can keep your arms up or bring your hands to your legs to help support your legs. I'll let your hands rest on the floor. Do some more with the legs and the feet. Point your toes at the sky. Point your toes back down towards your face. And do it a couple more times. Toes up. And toes back down. I can feel this all the way in my outer hips. And of course in the calves and quads and hamstrings. I'm really feeling it a lot in one of my feet. So just notice what's going on. And then let your feet come down. Let your knees kind of wag back and forth. Windshield wipers. And if it feels good to pause with your knees down to one side or the other, you can do that for a breath or two. You can move your arms out to the sides. I just realized my hands were between my legs and the floor. My legs are going down pretty far. And it doesn't matter how far they go, just see where they want to go. But I was keeping my legs from going further by having the hands down there. Take some full body stretches, hug your knees to your chest. Inhale, extend your arms and legs all the way out. And as you exhale, curl up again. Let your breath set your pace. Nice long inhales and exhales. If it feels good to pause stretched out or to pause curled up, that's fine. Just keep breathing. And if you're pausing like that, you'll notice stretched out, you can take bigger breaths than you can curled up, of course. And let's start to sit. You can hug your knees and rock forward and back, or tip onto one side and press your hands to the floor to lift yourself up to a seat that way. Sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. I'm going to sit on my blocks on the forward edge of them to let my pelvis tilt forward and my hips open up some more. Already feeling some nice opening in the hips from the warming up. Sitting with a nice long spine, tall, but not stiff or rigid. Arms loosely at your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back and let it down. And then your right shoulder up and back and down. Let your chin fall towards your chest. Nice and slowly start to roll your head in circles, exploring and loosening up the neck. Change direction. I'm pausing my circling to tie my hair up. As I mentioned, it's hot here, and with this long hair on my neck, I'll be more comfortable with this elastic back here. This is part of listening to your body too. If you get too warm or too cold, maybe you adjust what you're wearing. Maybe adjust your fan or your thermostat. And after you finish the next circle, raise your head and face forward. Inhale, reach straight out to the sides. Exhale, reach through your shoulder blades and hug yourself. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhale, open up again. And as you exhale, cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let your arms down. Resting your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach to your right, lean into your right hand. Let your head go wherever your neck wants it to be. Inhale to bring yourself upright. As you exhale, bring your right hand to your left leg and your left hand to the ground behind you. Inhale to lengthen up. As you exhale, invite your body to twist some more if it wants to. You can ask on each exhale. Maybe on one breath, the answer is no, and on the next, it might change. Let your twist unwind. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, reach to your left. Feel for length from that right hip up through the right fingertips. On an inhale, bring yourself upright. And as you exhale, come into your other twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe twist some more. Let yourself unwind. Take your time to come up onto your hands and knees. Reach your left foot back. Press the ball of your foot against the floor. And flex your foot. So rock forward. Maybe roll onto the tops of your toes if it feels good. And rock back. And just explore a few times. Pause wherever it feels helpful to pause. If pausing feels helpful, maybe you just like to keep gliding back and forth. And then stopping the rocking with shoulders above wrists for the moment. Bring that left foot out to the side. If you can, bring it in line with your hip, and if it won't come that far forward, it's okay. And let your foot rest how it wants to. It might be on the inside edge, or maybe your foot will flatten. Mine doesn't do the same thing each time, so I just let it be, whatever it's going to be today. Now, this might already be producing a lot of sensation. Take care of yourself. We're going to go slowly and start with small movements. Maybe stay with small movements. Sit back a little towards your right heel and glide forward again. Be mindful of any profound sensation, particularly you might notice on the inner left thigh, that extended leg, but anywhere where it feels like it's a lot. If it feels like it's too much or might be about to, just ease away from that. Listen to those important signals from your body and gently probing against any resistance. Sending the breath there, not trying to push through anything, never forcing anything. Next time you come forward and pause rocking. Now walk your hands further out. We're coming in the upper body, kind of like to downward dog. Arms extended, palms flattened out. Let your head hang between your arms like if you're in downward dog. And walk your hands over to the right. And press away from the floor. Think of sending that right hip a little towards that right heel. Not a big movement here. There's a lot going on, stretching many different places here. It's an interesting thing in this position. I find anyway that I can flex in the extended leg and it only moves the upper leg. The foot isn't moving, the calf isn't moving, but quads and hamstrings can move a lot here. So maybe that flexing and relaxing feels good to you like it does to me today. Take your time to walk your hands back to center line and then back in, below your shoulders. Swing that left foot back to center line, bring your left knee down. Take a few breaths of cow pose and cat pose, bringing your heart forward, inhale, and draw your heart up as you exhale. And then we're going to do this on the other side. You don't have to do what I'm about to do here and turn around. But given my space constraints here, then I'll turn myself around. More of my body's going to go off camera while I do this. Reach back, press against the ball of your right foot. And then flex your foot to rock forward and back to whatever degree feels helpful in your body. Pausing where it feels helpful. Just exploring what you feel. And then we'll stop rocking. Shoulders above the wrist. Swing the right leg out to the side. Maybe it's in line with your hip. Maybe it's not. Walk your hands forward. Let your head to come down between your arms. Walk your hands over to the left. And press away from the floor. And if you want, play with flexing and relaxing that right leg. Take your time, walk your hands back to center. And then back in. Swing your leg back to center. Bring your knee down. And take those cow and cat breaths again. And then bring your big toes together. If you like, you can open your knees wider. If your knees are sensitive, keep them in closer. Sit back towards your heels. We're going to come to child's pose. If you like, you can have a prop between your seat and your heels, or your seat and the floor. Sometimes folks like to have a prop between their chest and the floor, or their forehead and the floor. Whatever prop supports you here. And notice the action of your breath. We think of child's pose primarily as resting, relaxing, or grounding, but there's a lot of hip opening in this posture. Just some nice deep breaths here can change what you're feeling in the hips. You might feel them opening more when you breathe in and settling down a little more when you breathe out. Few more breaths in your child's pose. I'm just turning myself around again here before we resume moving. Inhale, come forward and up to table. And we'll start to stand. If you like, put blocks under your hands to give you more room to move your leg. Step your left foot up between your hands and your right foot up next to it. Explore movement in your forward fold. Heavy head and heavy arms. Do what you like, whatever degree of swaying. Bending and lengthening your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up. Reach your palms up. Look up at your hands. Raise your heart. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Keep the left heel down and feel for length through both arms. Inhale to come up. Exhale, bend to your left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. So giving some extra attention today to hips, hamstrings, IT band. We're gonna take a bind here for lengthening hamstrings. Bend your knees a lot, let your belly rest on your thighs. Reach your arms behind your legs, clasp your elbows in your hands. So yes, makes it a little harder to breathe. We take shorter breaths, make it even harder to talk, but I'll manage. And then we just very slowly, gradually start to lengthen your legs to whatever degree feels okay. Let your neck stay relaxed, let your head hang. You can think of sending your breath right to those hamstrings or to any place that feels tight. Maybe there's some other place you're feeling sensation here, lower back, hips, wherever you need it, send the breath there. Those visualizations, those thoughts can be powerful. Intellectually, we know the breath goes to the lungs, but on that, microscopic scale, that oxygen going into the lungs goes to every cell in the body. Filling the lungs is just the mechanical first part. Release your elbows, bend your knees a lot, let your arms hang. And while we're here, just nod your head and shake your head. Just this deep fold here is an interesting sensation in my hamstrings today. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Now let's explore sequence with straddle folds. So bring blocks in under your hands. Blocks on the middle setting works for most folks. And sort of square things off. Shoulders above elbows, above wrists, hips above knees, above ankles. So we start off in this sort of block shape. And then step your left foot back, plant the ball of your foot, we come to runner's lunge. And here you can play a bit with bouncing or rocking, dipping the left knee, any little movement you like. A little twisting and swaying is feeling good to me right now. And then to come to the straddle fold, we're going to walk our hands, take the blocks with us, walk the hands in the blocks 90 degrees to the left. And as you do so, let the left heel pivot down So the foot is planted and let both feet pivot. Start to lengthen the right leg. Keep the knees soft. Let your toes point out and your heels point in. And then, depending on how it feels for you, you might keep these blocks as they are, or tip them to the lower setting, or maybe bring your hands to the floor, whatever works for you. Walk your hands in. If you like, turn your hands around, rotate them 180 degrees so your fingers point back. And whether you rotate or not, walk back some more, as much as you want, as much as it feels good. Take your time to walk your hands forward. And if you rotated them, undo that rotation. Keep coming forward and bring your right hand right below your face on the floor or the block, whichever works. Lean into that hand. Inhale, reach the left arm out and up and look up towards your hand. Then we'll do that the other way. On an exhale, bring that hand down, plant it below your face. Inhale, reach the other one out and up, look up towards that upper hand. Exhale, bring it down. Now, most of us will use the blocks to go back to the runner's lunge where we started. Whatever is right for you and your blocks. Maybe you're one of those folks, just keep your hands on the floor and don't need the blocks to do this. So we're going to walk 90 degrees to your right, pivoting the feet, coming up on the ball of the back one again, to come to runner's lunge. And then step the left foot forward, pause and forward fold. Step your right foot back, runner's lunge, and again, hang out here and explore any little movements you want. And slowly, we're going to pivot to our other straddle fold, walking hands in blocks, 90 degrees to the right, lengthening the right leg, toes out, heels in, remembering to keep the knees soft. And whatever's right for you as far as the blocks and your hands, take your time walking your hands back, rotating them if you want, walking back as far as you want. Take your time to walk your hands forward. Undoing the rotation if you rotated them. And keep coming forward. Right hand below your face, lean into it. Inhale, reach your left arm out and up and look up towards your hand. Exhale, bring that one down. Plant it below your face. Inhale, reach the other arm out and up. Look up. On an exhale, bring it down. Grabbing blocks again. Pivot 90 degrees to the left. Come back to runner's lunge. And step your right foot up to your left foot. And we can move the blocks out of the way. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Pardon me. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're going to play with some balance and we're going to play with dancer pose. If you want, you can have a piece of furniture on one side or the wall. Have that out there to support you, reaching out as much as you need. I'm going to turn and give a side view here. There are different options for how we come into this pose. So you can have, let's just turn it. You can have your left hand at your heart, your right hand on your support, or right hand also at your heart. And shift the weight to your right leg. I'm confusing myself there. Then raise your left heel towards your butt, bend your knee. So one way to come into dancer is just to drop your hand and grab the outside of your foot like this. But some prefer a different grip. Extend your arm, point your thumb down, and then when you bring your hand back here, you can grab the inside edge of your foot. What this grip does is draws the knee towards the midline as we come into the pose. So your hand could be on the chair or the wall or at your heart. Start to draw your knee back and tip your torso. So picture this long line from the left knee to the crown of your head. And if you like, if your hand's not on support, you can reach the right hand forward. Picture that long line from the hand to the bent knee. Nice long spine too. And then rewind bit by bit, see if we can go through all the same stages to come out of the pose and shake things out before we do the other side. So when you're ready, shift the weight to your left leg, bend your right knee, take hold of the right foot. Whatever works for you, grabbing the outside or the inside of your foot. And as you're ready, draw the knee back, tip forward. And if you like, extend your left arm, whatever works for you. And again, how slowly and gradually can you come out, finding strength in that slowness, and shake things out. And it's time to sit down. Making everyone's legs happy, I bet. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, pull down over your legs. Let your knees bend as needed. On each inhale, think of coming forward. On each exhale, think of lowering down. Inhale, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit up. Nudge your legs apart. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart. Keep using your arms. Now bend the left leg, bring the left foot to the right thigh or right knee, like tree pose. Pivot your torso, aim the center of your chest at your right foot, and flex that foot back towards you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Slowly open your left arm out to the side, and then bring it up alongside your head over towards your right arm. Let your head be wherever your neck wants it to be. Slowly reach that arm back up and back out to the left, and swing it across. Bring your left hand to your right hand. Inhaling, walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Let your arms help your legs. Arrange them the other way with the left extended and the right bent. Pivot your torso towards your left foot. Flex it back towards you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Nice and slowly open your right arm way out to the side and bring it up alongside your ear towards your left arm. Inhale, rewind. Bring the arm back across. Walk your hands up your leg, sit up. Using your arms to help extend the right leg. And then nudge those legs back towards each other. Draw your knees up, plant your feet. Bring your hands behind you. Gently come down onto your back. Feet hip width apart, heels close to your butt. Place a block between your knees on the middle position, if you like. And we're going to take supported bridge. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Place a prop at the base of your spine and lower down onto it. Think of sending your breath to that prop, that supported area in your lower back. As if the air is coming up through the ground, through the prop into your body, back out of your body, through the prop, into the ground. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Take out the prop. Exhale, lower your hips. And move those props out of the way. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock and roll to massage your back against the floor. Pardon me. And let's grab our straps. I have one here somewhere. There it is. Run the strap under your feet, hold one end in each. Then staying grounded in the back of your head, your shoulder blades and your sacrum, reach your hands and feet towards the sky. Now take your left foot out, press the left calf and left heel to the floor, flex the left foot back towards you. Hold the strap in your left hand, reach your right arm to the side, palm facing up. Then draw your leg to the left, turn your head to the right, and see if you can keep your shoulder blades on the ground. I didn't leave myself enough room to move, so I'm scooting and adjusting and starting over. Where there's a will, there's a way. I haven't been using this sequence on this terrace because of space concerns, but I miss doing these movements and I don't want to teach inside in this heat. So we make it work. Sometimes we modify things for what's going on in the body. Sometimes it's for the space we're in. Bring your head and your limbs back to center. Take the strap with your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your hip. Want to keep the pelvis squared to the floor. Keep the left cheek on the ground. Let your limbs fall open to the right. And maybe some massaging in that left hip while your hand's there. Feels good. There is, after all, in this position, some action going on in both hips. I know for me, it feels good to massage the crest of the left hip here. And if you feel some other tight spot there that you can reach, massage whatever's asking for it. Very, very gently, slowly lift those limbs back to center. Then lift the left leg, step into the strap, take the right foot out, press the right leg down, flex your right foot back, reach your left arm to the side, draw your leg to the right and turn your head to the left. Bring it all back to center. Switch hands on the strap. Press down on your right hip. Let your limbs go to the left. Take your time, bring your limbs back to center. Raise your right leg, draw your knees in, set your Shavasana. Pick your feet up, reach your hands up to grab your legs to your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Explore whatever movement you like in your happy baby pose. Whenever you feel complete, make your way to your final resting pose. Whatever that is, just be comfortable. The posture is not as important as being comfortable. Close your eyes if you like. Focus as you like on your breath, on something else, or just let go of that need to focus on anything in particular. Start to find some deeper breaths and explore movement. Any movements you like, slowly and gently, bit by bit, movements getting bigger. When you're ready, take your time to gently sit up. And bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within you. Namaste.